Hi guys, welcome to another Barb Stamps video. In this video, I'm introducing you to my newest online class that uses the Come Together suite. The suite shown on pages 46 through 48 of our holiday catalog and includes these amazing products. We have the Designer Series paper. This is a set of 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. There are 12 sheets in the package, and here are 6 of the patterns right here, and I'll flip this over. All right, and here is the other side, just gorgeous, gorgeous colors in this paper. The suite also includes the tags and feather elements. These are wooden feathers, and then these tags are tree cookies with holes in them. There is also a ribbon combo pack with this fun Cajun Craze linen thread and this really soft and pretty crumb cake satin edged ribbon. We have the Gathered Leaves die set, and here is the die set, all the dies cut out. And of course you can see that some of the dies coordinate with the stamps in the Gather Together stamp set. We have the large leaf, we have the dual pumpkin. There's actually 2 dies for this particular stamped image. We have the large pumpkin. We have then 3 detailed leaves. You can tell those are embossed when they come out of the machine. And then this one down here I did by pressing my leaf die into my mint macaron ink pad and then running it through. So the ink actually transferred onto the leaf. You can tell the difference between these two. This one has ink and this one does not. So the bundle of products is what my class revolves around. Now, there are 3 different ways that you can get this class. You can get this class by purchasing it all by itself for $25. That's available September 27th. If you want the pre-cut cardstock pack, that is included for all the cards that are in the class. There are 8 cards, and then there is a fancy box with another 4 cards in it. So a total of 12 cards and 1 box. And I will provide you with all the cardstock pieces that you need to create that. Now you will need your die set that we just talked about, because I'm not going to die cut those pieces for you. You're going to die cut them for yourself because you're going to have the dies. I'm going to give you some pieces of cardstock that you can die cut those with. And my other way to get this class is a $90 purchase, which gives you the bundle of products that I just showed you, the stamps, the dies, the Designer Series paper, the tags and feathers elements, and the ribbon combo pack, plus the online class, plus the pre-cut cardstock package. All that for $90. Now, the pre-cut cardstock pack is only available through October 4th. I am taking pre-orders for that. After October 4th, I am going to cut off the ordering of that, and then I'm going to order the products, cut, prep, and mail them out to you. The bundles, if you order the bundle from me, I will have Stampin' Up! Send that directly to you immediately after you order it. You can order the bundle by emailing me at barb@barbstamps.com, and I will give you a PayPal invoice that you can pay. I will send the products to your home. I will email you the online class after September 27th, and then I will mail out your pre-cut cardstock pack after October 4th, probably closer to the 10th when I have all the products in and I cut and prep them. Now, the last way you can get my online classes is to be a member of my demonstrator team. All of my demonstrators get my online classes for free. All of them. So, 4 ways. Free, 25, 40, or 90, you decide. Now, in this video, I am going to show you how to make this fun pocket card. This is not included in my online class. My online class cards are exclusive to the class, and I do not share them anywhere else. So stay tuned with me here. I'm going to get my supplies, and we're going to create this card. Thanks, guys. All right, here's the supplies that we're going to use to create the card. So, of course, we've got the Gathered Together stamp set and the Gathered Leaves dies. I've also got the Layering Squares dies. And I've got a gray granite, mint macaron, and pretty peacock ink pads. I've got the textured weave ribbon from the suite that we're using. I've got my 3 stamps here mounted already. I've got scraps of gray granite and mint macaron, a scrap of white, another scrap of gray granite, and then I have my layer of Whisper White, that's 3.5 by 5. And then we have a 3 3/4 by 5 1/4 inch layer for that to go on. And then I have a 4 1/4 by 11.5 piece of Designer Series paper. So the first thing I want to do is get some stamping and die cutting done. So I'm also going to be using this pattern of the Designer Series paper, and I'm going to use my pretty peacock ink pad. And what I'm going to do is I would stamp this large leaf onto my checkered pattern here, and then I would take it over to my die cutting machine and die cut it. And so I have already done that. So here is that leaf. You can see the nice detail that the stamp left in the designer series paper. And so that is step one. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp some pumpkins in gray granite. And I've got the small set of pumpkins here. And here we go. I'm going to stamp that. So I'm going to die cut the large one, and I'm going to fussy cut this little one here. So I'm just going to take my scissors and just kind of quickly go around this little guy here. Of course, keeping the stem intact. And I'll come back around, and I'm just going to snip it right away from its counterpart here. Okay. So we have that along with our designer series paper leaf. I'm trying to think if I need this ink anymore. I don't think I need the pretty peacock any longer. Okay, so I'm going to get my pumpkin. I'm also going to die cut a couple of the leaves out of the mint macaron here. I'm going to try to get all three of them, and then I'll decide which one I like, which three I like, or which two I like the best on the card. Oh, I need my large pumpkin also. Come on, pumpkin. All right, there we go. Put those back. And then I've also got my layering squares here. So I've got the number 7 straight for the piece of Whisper White, and then I've got the number 8 scallop that I'm going to use on the gray granite. So I'm going to run to my die cut machine, and I am going to die cut all of these goodies, and I'll be right back. Here we go. Okay, so we are going to kind of make a little scene here. I'm just going to add some adhesive to the back of that layer of white, and you'll see that this just barely shows that gray granite around the edge. It's just a tiny bit, but it's enough to make it pop out. And then I'm going to arrange my leaves, but I think first of all I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And I lied, I do need my pretty peacock ink again. So I'm going to stamp the one that says gather together just right down here. There we go. Now I think I'm finished with this. Okay, and then I'm going to layer the leaves and pumpkins on this piece here, and I don't know which ones I want to use. I think I might use, well, maybe I won't use that one since it's the same. Just something maybe like so. So I am going to use a glue dot to get my small pumpkin attached to my larger pumpkin here. Oh, I didn't think, yep, the glue dot did not come off. There we go. Got it that time. Okay, so we'll set that right like that. And we've got the large leaf here, smaller one. Oh, that one I'm not using. I forgot what I was doing already. And then my pumpkins. I think I'm going to snip off the very bottom of this leaf because no one's going to see it. And that way it's not going to show underneath my little goodie that I am putting together here. I think that will work pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to take this leaf here, add some adhesive to it. Go ahead and get it right on the edge of that. Then we'll get this leaf here on this side. And then the pumpkins, I think I'm going to use a dimensional on the back of those guys. Okay. Yeah, maybe just a tiny bit. There we go. And then this leaf here, we're just going to add some snail. And it's going to come about like that. Okay, so we now have this piece all done. Put some things away, move some stuff out of the way. This layer here, I am going to stamp my large leaf in the mint macaron. got a piece of scrap paper back here because I'm not going to stamp the entire leaf. So I'm going to stamp it off so it's not quite as dark. Ooh, I had ink on my fingers. Well, we're just going to flip that over and stamp that right there. And then we're going to try that one more time. And maybe get part of the leaf down here at the bottom, just like that. Okay. And then these two pieces are going to be placed together. Okay. And we'll just layer this on this piece of pretty peacock here. There we go. So we've got both of these pieces done. I think we are now done with our ink. Let's stack that up out of the way so that it's not in the way. Move those dimensionals. I'm going to get these dies and stamps out of the way and kind of push this stuff off to the side. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in my trimmer, and like I said, this piece measured 4 1/4 by 11. And so we're basically going to fold it in half first off. There we go. And then I'm going to score this at about 1.5 inches. I think that's about how much of a fold I want on this. We'll see when we get it done. If we want a little bit more, if we want some more, we'll just cut it off. Okay, that might actually be just a little bit too much. So I think I'm going to trim this down 1/4 inch. So I'm just going to lay it on my trimmer here, get it set up to the 1/4 inch line. And then just bring my blade up. And I think, because I'm going to lay this on here like so, I think that's going to be better. Okay, so then we're going to bring some of this really pretty ribbon around. We're going to tie it in a knot right at the edge there. It doesn't have to be like super tight. Okay. I think that's going to work. Get some scissors here. We're just going to trim that excess off. Okay, and then this layer is going to slide down in here like so. You might need to push that over just a bit. And then I'm going to lay my gather together. That's got to go a little farther. There we go. We're going to add that to this with some dimensionals. So I'm just going to kind of, put the ribbon right in the center of my flap there. And then I'm going to add my dimensionals. Oops, I'm actually going to end up using mini dimensionals because that's just going to be a tiny bit too wide. So I'm just going to put 2 dimensionals on both sides of my ribbon. Okay. Press my fingernail into those, and then we're just going to peel that off. There we go. And then we can just add this layer about like so. Okay, I'm going to trim this side off just a little bit also. There we go. All right, and then you have a great place to write your message. The card is the same size. It'll fit into one of our standard envelopes, and I just think it's really, really fun and pretty. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel right down there, and don't forget about purchasing my online class. Only $25 for 8 cards plus a boxed set of 4. So basically 12 cards and the box set, $25, and you can buy it at barbstamps.com. Thanks so much for watching. You guys have a great day.